I have my little half of the procedure to talk about. We want to make sure that we're both giving you the best that we have to offer. And Brad's the cuisine man, and Paul's the get the nails full of dirt. And I enjoy that, and I know he likes to lick the batter on his projects too. But anyway, we're going to just do some planting of things in the root family, either rhizomes or tubers. And these are white butterfly gingers, which we had. I just soaked them for one day. They were packed in sawdust. Excuse me. They came all the way from Honolulu, and they're doing very well. You can almost not get these anymore because of the fact that there's just a lot of problems with the soil, nematodes, and just funguses. I'm thinking. Plus, when we had our hurricanes, it basically brought took the vitality out of them, and they didn't like being in wind. And this is a calocasia. So those are white butterfly gingers, which will probably appear and have their first flowering by, I'm thinking, around Memorial Day, which is not unusual. Maybe earlier this year. And this was a crummy little bulb that came to us in my prime Amazon, and it's taro root. It's an alocasia. This is called Thailand giant, and people in this area do use this particular tuber as a substitute for potato or yucca. It's boiled or fried, and it tastes real good. It's very big in Cuban cuisine. I'm not so thrilled with them as a veggie, but I mean, they are good. Now in Hawaii, they boil and mash them, and you might have heard the word poi. They make poi out of taro root, and that's what it tastes like. A delicious form of wallpaper paste, basically, but sorry about that, my fellow Hawaiians. Anyway, I cleaned it up. It was a mess when it came here, and I see the eyes, which will be the sprouting points, are now just showing a little bit, and it gives me a better idea how to plant them. So that's what we're going to do tonight. These both require partial sun. Morning sun is best, and they will really give us a beautiful, this gives a gigantic leaf, the Thailand giant, and then the white butterfly gingers, which we first discovered on our trip in Puerto Rico back in
1996.
As Brad says, a whole long time
the
ago.
previous century.
Yeah, we got them and took some snippets over from the Caribbean National Park in El Yunque rainforest, and just took a few, and they were great. They used to sell these in the area. I bought dozens and dozens of them, but we had problems in the soil, and we had problems with the windy weather, and it just knocked them out. So we're going to give them a try. If this is not going to come up, and be floriferous, I probably won't bother with them again next year. But we have others. We'll go to heliconias. We might try more of these acacias, which we do have pretty good luck with them here. And that's basically all we're going to say right now. This is our last activity for the day. The weather's gorgeous. It loves to germinate in the 70s. The soil moisture, as Brad and I was just talking, are important, but the soil temperature needs to be over 70 degrees, which is just about that now. So in the next 5 minutes, we'll be doing some planting, and in the next 30 days, you guys will be seeing the proof of our labor this time. But these look really healthy. This I can't tell. I've never planted them from a bulb before, but I think it's going to be okay. All right. So taro, alocasia, calocasia. It's either eaten as a root vegetable or just makes beautifully large leaves. And some of you people up north call them elephant ears. And in here, these are sweet-scented, jasmine-scented, about a 4 to 5 foot tall stalk, blooms continuously on a cone of the ginger, and these are in the lily family, tropical lilies. And that's all I have for you right now. Hopefully you'll enjoy the aftermath of this planting today, which is the 24th of March. Like I said, by Memorial Day, these things are gorgeous. So that will be it. I hope you join us again on these follow-ups and see what exactly you can get out of them. So for now, I'll see you outside. Good evening, folks. This is Paul, and we're getting to segment 2 of what we talked about before about the alocasias being a taro tuber root and the hedychium butterfly gingers, which smell so nice, like a gardenia. They are in the lily family, so they will be about yay high. And when I plant the alocasia, it's going to be about this high. So these should be backed by these tall heliconias that we have to our side here, and give us a nice little 3 stages of flowering. And they will bloom till frost, so if we don't have a frost till Christmas, they'll still be blooming. Now they said to plant them just so you cover them with the dirt. I always leave the eye out.
Hold on. Paul.
What we want to do is just make sure we expose the growth bud, and the rest will be underground and form all the roots. This whole bed evidently is just awash with gingers, heliconias, and alocasias, so it should be quite interesting. And it gets a lot of sun, but not the afternoon sun. A lot of morning sun, which it loves. Absolutely loves it. So wherever we have this little pink bulb sticking out, that's where it's going to flower. And this will spread, so you don't need to put too many in. I do have a card that I'm going to put in next to so I can see where they were. It says butterfly ginger, and it's going to go right here. And that will give it our ability to know where we have these things, because we have so many things that we planted, we don't exactly know where they all did go, but it should be really nice, like really nice. And now I have 2 more butterfly gingers to plant, and 1 alocasia called Thailand Giant, and that will get to be about 6 feet tall very easily. But these will be about 4 feet tall. But the scent of these is gorgeous. Oh, that's what California is. So therefore, probably here would be a place for that. Now I'm back here in the back right front, the back of our garden. Take some of this dead stuff off from the winter chill. I'm putting the alocasia here because it should be about this high. And
How high was that?
About probably a good 8 feet tall. These will be.
Oh wow!
Like I said, this is called a Thailand Giant. It's a huge leaf, very, very ornamental. But you can't mix a lot of big leaf with small leaf stuff. It looks lousy. So it's good to have them either this as a backdrop and smaller things in front. Now I don't usually plant them this way, but I think we have enough of an ability to create a healthy environment for this. So I'm just going to put some potting soil that will be its base. There we go. And then I'm going to put this Mr. Potato Head in here. You want to call it that. And my guess is the best sprout's going to be right here. So I'm not going to do this. This was the top of the fruit. This is where they slashed to get the foliage up. But it looks to be like we're going to have our buds right here. So I'm going to lift that down in there. In the soil. You'll be able to see this, so we'll know where it is. And these, by the way, came in FedEx from Hawaii, which is great. And the lady I use, the Polynesian country store, she's excellent. And she's a YouTube person. Okay, so now we're just going to barely expose it. Doesn't need to be fertilized now. As a matter of fact, it's not a good time. Okay, and tomorrow I will water. We'll back and have some. And there you have our alocasia planted, and we don't need to put a sign because it's the only one like it here. Alright, give it a real nice look. And when it's a little bit taller, we'll put some more pine bark mulch around it to keep the moisture. But the alocasia seem to do very well here. And you can see while we're here, you see some other tall things. This gigantic, very hard to find, giant sage gets a beautiful lady slipper-like purple flower. It's not a true sage, but they give it that look because of the leaf, etc. But it's just really a prehistoric giant. It's doing very well here. So we're going to have that as just a massive purple flowers in the beginning. And I think that should be really nice for that area. Okay. Oh, and folks, we're just about ready to finish this planting up with two of the remaining butterfly gingers that we have. I'm using worm castings and fully organic peat material. It's got a little bit of perlite in it, which makes it nice. Bees love a good soil and deep moisture. Like I did with the other few, you find out where you think that's going to sprout best, which would be where the two growth eyes are. I call them the eyes. Put it right in there. Don't want to bury it all the way, not necessary. This one, it's not as nice of a slip of tuber, but it's got a nice sprout. So I'll put that in here also. And Brad had previously put in some caladiums here, so they should look really nice when they are going to be giving their colors, their multicolored foliage to the summertime. You can't really do a lot with flowers in South Florida in the summertime, just like most tropical areas. So you resort to color leaves, which are fine. But this gives a little bit more. This area was gorgeous last year before this thing sprouted and started to flower. It doesn't look as good now. So we really probably would like to have it.
And we had to tie it up after Irma because it was going over pretty big.
Yeah, it wasn't particularly Irma welcome. Hurricanes are not good for things that have big leaves. But it fared pretty well. And like I said, this is moist, so these are planted a little further up. You'll watch this little pink node here, and that will be where all the growth comes from. It's a lot sooner than probably we would think. It's starting to warm up quite a bit now. And that's basically it for this particular planting. We're about finished with the planting. We've been doing this since, oh goodness gracious, maybe since about November. We really want to make it look nice for the season, so to speak. Christmas wasn't much of a big deal, but our coldest month was late January, about a couple of weeks of late January, and February warmed up again. We didn't get the horrible weather that they're getting further up in the Northeast, but it's really kind of a nice thing to get the garden 12 months of the year, which is, like I always say, it's probably one of the best facets of living here. It's probably the main reason I stick it out in this wonderfully odd place that we live called South Florida, our life under the trees. Thanks, guys. So we'll play this area on reviews every 2 weeks to see it coming up. It won't get much taller than 4 or 5 feet. That support stick will probably go. I don't think it's supporting too much now. But we're going to do this bed. This bed doesn't look so good right now. Probably we'll want to jazz it up a little bit with some tuberous begonias or fibrous begonias. And well, you will be the one to see how it transforms as you grab hands. I mean, you can see what our real love here is in this beautiful yard. It's so atypical from what people have here, which is basically just grass and a couple of scrawny little pine trees. But this is its own ecosystem, and it's beautiful, and we're proud of it. And it took about 20 years and getting nailed back by a couple of hurricanes. It just goes back stronger and stronger. Hurricanes are a problem and a pain in the ass, so to speak, but gives us a chance. So guys, goodbye. Talk to you next time in the garden segment. Be your best friend you can, yourself, you're the best friend you know. Bye bye now.